Hello. I'm delighted to be here today. My name is Dr. Josh Kazan, and I'll be the Vice Director of SYS-LIFE. I helped design the program, so I'm here to tell you a bit about that. This is an overview of what we're going to be looking at right now. Why SYS-LIFE? A bit about University of Turku, a great place to host SYS-LIFE. Tell you a bit about the Marie Curie Co-Fund, in case you're curious. And then also a little bit about the program itself and how to apply. So basically, cardiometabolic and brain diseases, things like heart attacks, strokes, dementia, depression, and diabetes, present a major risk to modern humanity. In the EU, they cause over 48% of deaths and are, cost over €1 trillion a year and incur millions of disability-adjusted life years. So basically, something is urgently required in terms of research and breakthrough research in particular. There's all sorts of opportunities for connecting science, technology, and medicine with other approaches to try and find these breakthroughs. And recent studies have also shown that these diseases show significant systemic interaction and shared pathophysiological pathways. And so we hope that with SYS-LIFE, we'll be able to connect up a lot of the research in these fields and apply maybe a systemic perspective to achieve these breakthroughs that we urgently require. So that's the kind of thinking behind it. The other side of it is that it's also aiming to support researchers and researcher careers in particular. For example, the European Universities Alliance said, I think, in 2022, that despite career insecurity, there isn't really much that's being done for postdocs at the moment, and so far there is still a lack of knowledge about postdoctoral research in terms of development. So we hope to establish a kind of best practice where we can with SYS-LIFE going forward. So that's the other kind of prong of this program. And so University of Turku is a really excellent place to be doing this. It's a multidisciplinary, international, modern, well-equipped university, well-equipped to operate to a high standard of excellence. It has 8 research faculties, science, technology, medicine, plus social sciences, law, education, humanities, and economics. And at national level, it also has 6 strategic profiles for thematic collaboration, and you can see them here. So these are the kind of things you might want to think about if you're applying, and where you think you can contribute to the strategy of the university, as well as delivering a breakthrough program that's going to really fit in here. The University of Turku maintains a comprehensive open science, equality, ethics, and intellectual property right policies. And along with most Finnish research institutions, the university has entered into an open access read and publish agreement with major publishers. So it makes it really easy for you to publish open access for free with Springer, Nature, Elsevier, and others. I think Cambridge University Press also has an agreement with the University of Turku. So this is a great place to do open access and open science publications. University holds European Commission's HR Excellence in Research Award for implementation of the European Charter for Researchers and Code of Conduct for the recruitment of researchers. So it has awards in terms of postdoc researcher recruitment. So it's a great place generally to be a postdoc. And as well as its high quality research infrastructure, we have a Euraxis service center here to manage international mobility for people coming in. And the university has a main campus area. One of the real gems about University of Turku is that you have so many wonderful facilities and infrastructures within walking distance. So you can just walk around the place and you can get from A to B very quickly. Everything's centralized, everything's available. And the main campus facilities also we share with 3 other universities, Åbo Academy University and 2 applied science universities. So of these 4 universities, University Turku is Finnish-speaking mostly, with internationals, of course. Åbo Academy is a Swedish-speaking university, and then the other 2 are one Swedish, one Finnish-speaking applied science university. And together with the University Hospital and the science part, these form Turku Health Campus. So you have a whole campus of collaborative platform for research in all sorts of different fields here in Turku. Sorry, I'm going so quickly, but there isn't that much time. So then going on, explain the basis for the SYS-LIFE concept. Basically, we've got, it's based on the Institute for Advanced Science. I don't know if you've seen the movie Oppenheimer, but you see there Einstein and Princeton with Oppenheimer. That is the original Institute for Advanced Studies. And this is a kind of model for excellence. And this is what we have 2 collegia here that are based on that model, and they recruit early and mid-career researchers by open competition each year. And those guys are spread around the university in the departments. And this is the model for the SYS-LIFE concept. What you see as well, some of the infrastructure we've got here, we've got the Population Health Center, which manages these excellent and world-renowned databases for kind of longitudinal research studies, as well as the Digital Health Lab. It's a new faculty of technology for artificial intelligence and the kind of bio analytical methods. And the Turku PET Center, it's a leader in the field for medical imaging, has a large array of imaging traces, and very, very rarely it actually makes its own traces as well for PET and other types of analysis. Has a large array of scanners, including a brand new next generation simultaneous total body PET scanner and extensive image databases to go alongside those that are managed by the population health research. So really there's lots and lots of things that researchers can get their teeth into over here, University of Turku. Turku Bioscience, which is shared with Abo Academy University. It's this very big kind of core facilities, services, research expertise in multi-omics and other things, which you can see on the screen there. Eurobiomaging, it's the EU hub for Eurobiomaging, Turku is. And you have also 2 massive national flagship programs, InFlames, which is about a platform for development of new drugs and diagnostics for immune diseases. And then you have Invest, which is a developing targeted interventions to enhance welfare state efficiency in areas including mental health. So hopefully you can feel that this does provide a wonderful platform for SYS-LIFE. And now I'll just quickly take you through Mary Curie. It's part of Horizon Europe. And the aim is to support excellence at postdoctoral and PhD level. And to support career development in particular, as well as excellent research. And so what you have at University of Turku is that these Mary Curie co-fund programs that do this, we have already had 3 of them successfully. We are really building ahead of steam here to really develop excellence at European level in academic research and training, as well as career development for the researchers. And so you see SYS-LIFE there at the bottom. 22 positions based in medicine, technology, and natural sciences mainly, and they must improve cardiometabolic and brain health. And so let's go and look at SYS-LIFE in particular now. 22 positions, as I said, recruited over 2 calls, 2023, 24, and then the next one will be in a year's time, 24, 25. The jobs will start presumably around September next year. They last for about 3 years, and out of that time, it's possible to spend a maximum of a third of the period, 12 months, outside university, either in non-academic or academic secondments and other kind of things. So lots of freedom. It follows this Institute for Advanced Study model. And you can see that there's this bottom-up model for excellence that we follow here, allows people to design their own projects and to meet regularly as a group to share the excellence as well. That's an important part of it. And finally, the career planning, development and training. And we have wonderful partners here, and we'll be adding others to these who are prepared on a case-by-case basis to agree all sorts of support in principle with the researchers. And so what do we expect from the program? Full-time dedication. This is what we say in Finland is full-time. It's 1,612 hours per year. The aim is to create a development plan with a mentor and a data management plan. These are the things which the EU insist upon. An open science publication requirement, again, an EU requirement. And then this data management has to be managed by FAIR principles, as you see here on the screen. Compliance with, of course, law and policies of the region, of the city, and of the national level, and of the EU. And participation at our regular events, maybe 12 events a year is what we're aiming for. And during the program, each researcher will be assigned a department supervisor as a point of contact and for connection with the university, a mentor, and if necessary, if you go on a secondment, you can have a secondment supervisor, and there's all plans for this as part of the program. Development plans will then be prepared with the mentors and formalized with supervisors. Any skill gaps that you might want to address over your 3 years can be then addressed, together and supported with that. And 12 meetings, as I've mentioned, and there'll be an induction week, hopefully in September, that's the plan, and a summer school also maybe in Finland or overseas to support training and networking. And then the final thing is you have lots of freedom if you get one of these positions. The only thing is if you want to do teaching or other activities, we try and focus on the research here. So it's up to a maximum of 5% of the total hours to be dedicated to non-research activities only. And in terms of who can apply to SYS-LIFE, well, you've got to have a PhD by the deadline of the call, and it must be awarded no longer than 8 years prior to the deadline, unfortunately. There may be some exemptions regarding military service and other things. You can be of any nationality, but you must not have resided or performed your main work in Finland more than 12 of the 36 months prior to the call deadline, and this is an EU requirement. So you can be a Finnish resident who's coming back to Finland, that's totally okay. And you must also possess at least one letter of support from a host student at the University of Turku. Let's see what else we've got here. Requirements for the actual application is to complete all the different documents required in English by the call deadline. You will need to be having a satisfactory level of English if you're going to participate here, because the English is the language of SYS-LIFE International Research Program. Research must aim to improve cardiometabolic and/or brain health. It must engage with the university's core research expertise, which you can find more about online. And it must comply with the University of Turku's policies, including those on research ethics and with local law. As we've mentioned, these are the kind of areas where we're trying to steer SYS-LIFE towards: interdisciplinary innovation, intersectoral, systemic, longitudinal concepts, things that connect things together, join the dots, and find new opportunities for research. We've already covered the strategic fit with the core areas of the University of Turku, but we must also try and take advantage of some of the things that we have here ideally. So these are encouragements, these are not essentials, these two slides. And that's it. Thank you very, very much for your time, and we hope you apply, and we're looking forward to seeing you here in Turku. Thank you.